Hello lovers, welcome back to my channel, and it is day 16 of my life experiment of turning my debt into my dream life using the law of vibration. Dusty's here, he's been eating dirt. Say hi, say hi, practice your waving. I'm Natalie Iris Richards. Welcome to my channel. I'm $100,000 in debt due to an old business, and I'm doing a life experiment of turning that debt into my dream life using the law of vibration. I'm vlogging daily what I'm doing, and you can pick up tips and tricks along the way to apply to your own life. So hit the subscribe button and come along with me on this journey, and let's see how long it takes me to turn this debt into my dream life, and we can live a life of abundance together. Story time today. I've lived in London twice. The first time I lived in London, I worked hospitality, and it was really cool. I remember I worked in this place that had 90 different types of gins. It was called Go Ask Janice. It was vibes, it was cool, but I'd get to the end of the month because I got paid monthly, and then all my money would go on all my bills. There was like no way that I could get ahead. Working hospo in London is not a vibe. Got me a flight home, and I remember I drove trucks that delivered ingredients to restaurants. I did that for 6 months, and then my sister was going back. She was going over to the UK, and she was like, "You've still got time on your visa. Why don't you come back and rewrite the narrative?" And I was like, that's actually a really good idea, because I didn't want to just live in London one time and have it not work out. So I went back, and I had no idea what I was going to do for a job. I was sitting outside one of the big mansions one day, and I was leaning against the wall, and I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm not going to drive trucks over here, because I saw the big trucks driving down tiny brick lane, and I had to change my license and everything, and I just didn't want like any stress of driving on the roads over there in huge vehicles. Then I went on the Kiwis in London Facebook page. There was an ad for a marketing job with 0 experience required, and I was like, okay, 100%, that is amazing. I'm totally going to apply. So I think I called them up and I spoke to the guy, and he was like, yep, come into the office for an interview. And then I was like, okay, where is the office going to be? Because wherever you live in London, it's usually about an hour commute to work at least. So I found out where the office was, and it ended up being a 2-minute walk from my house. Amazingly, I was so stoked. So I went into the office, slayed the interview, and got the job. It was 100% commission. So you had to really have your head, in the game, in a positive mindset, to sell invitations for hair and beauty salons to neighboring businesses. So it was cold calling face to face businesses. Hey, careful, honey. So it was intense. The money was incredible if you made quota, and I slayed it. I absolutely rocked it. I got to travel all over the UK, and I made commission like every single week and some, because I was training girls that were working as well. And then when they made money, I made money as well, because I'd been their trainer. It was incredible. That job required you to have a mindset that you had to remember what it was like when you got 10 yeses. So when you got 10 yeses, that was just like an absolute like 100% day. And if you're ever having a day where, careful, cheeky, if you were ever having a day where you weren't getting the yeses, you had to go back into the mindset of what it felt like to have the yeses. And then usually the next office or business that you would walk into, everybody would say yes to buying an invitation. That job taught me not to live my life on what ifs. So what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this? What if that? Living in fear, low vibration, living your life on what ifs is an absolute waste of time, because it hasn't happened yet. And you also don't want to put that energy out into the universe that it could happen. If it hasn't happened, don't even go there with your thinking. That really set me up. That was in my mid-20s when I did that job. And now I'm 37. I don't ever live my life on what ifs. I just roll with it, and if something bad happens, then I use my mindset to say, okay, what's the best thing that could happen from this? What's some good lessons learned? And just deal with it. There is never any what ifs ever again. it's a good way to live. That was day 16. Not ever living my life on what ifs, ever. And I need to go because Dusty is super like a little Tasmanian devil today. So I need to go hang out with him. Yes, before you eat all the dirt. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 17. Peace.